Khali and Shiva explained. For the beginning, there must be the end. What is Khali? She is only a representation of philosophy for a certain place in Asia, all shared the one out. The idea of relativism, a conceptualization of there is the beginning and death. As the Christians would say, every season has a time. There's such season as this. Everything has a reason. Well, you could see this and say, I don't understand it. But you could see that everything ties together and understand that it is all reason, just relationships, cosmic, micro, macro, everywhere. Everything is tied to everything. And you can see why the scriptures are written for what they're written. And you can stop and you can see that they're only philosophy personified. Then you can understand this, that all men come from women, that we're all part of one another, where you're not once an egg and an ovary. And then this digital progression, this process proceeds, whatever, what have you. You fell down the fallopian tube on the cycle of the month, and it's just a bunch of numbers running together, correct? It's just a bunch of progress. So, you need to understand what is human, what is God. Are you only understanding God because of the way the scriptures were written? Are you looking at that and saying, God is found here, God is found there, and you're looking for the idea of holiness? As I often say, what is different than a Baptist or a Buddhist? Counterculturalism, judo, practically, and concept of thought. What has harmed you here? You want away from it. What is different about the Buddhist and the Baptist? People in America, or people in Russia, or Russia, whomever, what have you, they want to go to some other place they believe there's truth. But what is the truth? The truth is the fact that you are searching for the truth in icons and relativism. You do not see the eternal dance. You do not see that all things are tied together. You don't see why scripture was written. You just only want to become tribalistic. Tribalism is a narrative, evolutionary, that just instills and ensures that you will protect what is relative to you. Words, thoughts, meanings. Thoughts are the greatest possessions. Thoughts lead to actions. The neck turns the head. So Khali and Shiva, there's a deep meaning right there. The tongue of Shiva, the tongue of Khali is with blood. And just look, the mother of this moment is about to be the father of the next moment or minute. Okay? Life, death. It feeds everything else. Okay? This is the cycle. Keeps going around. It's written everywhere. Everywhere. The most punishing fact, the problem, the prolific problem found in people is that they judge on appearance. They judge on things. They do not judge upon fruit. They look on the outside and not the inside. So, this is the eternal struggle. Muslims, the Islamist Muslims, will call it jihad. This is the eternal fight. Okay? The eternal struggle between everything. That I can scream right now, and my neighbor might hear me, but one county over, they don't hear me. So I relay a message, and it's the reproduction of my message is dependent upon their capacity to remember it. This is why in Scripture it says, do this in remembrance of me. But don't get too crazy with it. So the Scriptures are practically me screaming. And you remember when you were in kindergarten and you had the can with the string, and you spoke a story, and it gets changed, and they all said, come sit down, let's talk about it. And they give you a whisper. They whisper this into the first child's ear, and by the time it goes full circle, it's an entirely different story. Don't you get this?